Many times we do promise or calculation based on the business part. Like you are a sales agent in Bangladesh and you have some manufacturing plant in China, India or Vietnam or Indonesia. The mill is negotiating with you that if you do business, if you bring business, we will give you that much commission or this much commission. They can tell you can bring 3, 4 or 5 business per month or 20, 30 business in a year, then we'll give you 2%, 3% commission, we'll give you these facilities or that facilities. Or sometimes you left job and took a challenge and you are sharing with your brother or father or your family member, let's say your wife or your mother, that if I get one business, 2 business, that will help me a lot, or I got 2 business, so now all problems solved. So my discussion topic is, or suggestion is, that point or the subject, it shouldn't be business. Actually it should be successful business. You must need to add successful before the term business, because maybe you are getting business. If this business is not successful, then it will bring 0 result or negative result for you. So always when you will negotiate with a manufacturing plant or negotiate sharing anything with your friends and family, or if you commit in your supplier end also, or even though if you calculate your monthly progress, or where you are, what is your sales volume and the earning revenue, or say you are took a challenge like you took a bank loan or you left job, so cash flow is off, now you are struggling to survive. In that case you have to tell and you have to calculate the successful business thing, not only the business thing. From my personal experience, I left job 8 months ago and that was a very big challenge for me, because when I quit my job, then my salary cash flow totally off, so it was a very hard time for me for living. So I was so hungry to get new business, but I was new in the market with new product, new supplier, with new customer, and I am also a new person in this business. But I had a lot of courage, and luckily I was in a calculation like that generally 6 months took to bring business, but I will make it happen by 3 months or 4 months. That was my dedication and confidence part. What happened, after 1.5 months I got my first business, and after another 15 days, like 2 months from the starting, I got the second business. So I was so lucky. But unfortunately, so I was very happy that quickly I got business, so all the problems solved, so I'm in a good shape now. But unfortunately those 2 business was not successful business. The business I dependent upon, the business was not successful. The first business was the 76 ton fabric business, and my commission part was approximate $2,000. So that was pretty sure it will give me 2 month living backup. But unfortunately what happened, due to the communication gap, the customer merchandiser, he shouldn't highlight his wash requirement, and as he was not highlighting, so mill was also not making fabric following this. After receiving the bulk fabric, then he washed and created many problems, and he imposed a claim of $30,000. After a hard negotiation of 25 or 30 days, he settled $20,000. So $7,000 deducted from the LCR invoice, and $13,000 will be adjusted from the future business. So now mill is saying, so we got claim due to miscommunication in this business part. So we faced loss. We are paying $20,000 or say even $7,000 cash, so we are not we didn't do that much profit. So in this business the sales agent commission is off. What happened, I was so much dependent on my first business, but that business got unsuccessful, and I deprived from my commission part what was my bread and butter, and I was in a very critical situation. But I did my best. I didn't make fabric, but I did the marketing and secured the handle the order. But I did my best, even though the business was unsuccessful. The second thing is that I got one 50-ton yarn order, but unfortunately after 7 days, the customer's garments, one floor sewing line got burned, fire accident, and so they lost their $5 million fabric and other materials and other garments. So they were in a very bad shape, so they cancelled the PI and they didn't LC. Even after they were trying to open LC, but after 35 days finally they told, okay, so we don't have fund now, we are not opening LC. So my second business was also not successful. I was very happy that 50-ton yarn order will make me at least $1,000 or $1,500 commission. Now come to the third business, that was in a denim factory, that 60-ton yarn, the 10 card PSCP from the India, and the spinning mill name is Milan. So the customer was very polite and cooperative, and the factory spinning mill owner went with me to the customer office, and the denim mill owner, my customer, and my supplier, the spinning mill owner, both of them talked in one table and promised regarding the quality. In this business I have $1,800 commission. So what happened, delivery and everything was good. After receiving the yarn, they had so much time, so they immediately didn't start yarn production, yarn using to fabric production. But after 20 to 25 days, when they started to do production, then some problem came. In this shipment, 60-ton, 3 container, 2 container was good and last container was not good. Like we figured out the thing finally. The factory spinning mill owner, he did outsource of this yarn production without informing us and customer. He did subcontract work for the third container or maybe for second container, what else. So for the third container, customer imposed a claim, and the claim is still under negotiation, not settled yet. So in this thing also, the spinning mill didn't give me the commission. So as of now, I shipped 16 container in last 4 or 5 months in yarn business. 16 container I successfully shipped. Those business was successful, but the 3 business I told you, that was my first 3 business, and my first 3 business got unsuccessful. See, now if I got a order, definitely money will come, but I am not 100% dependable upon this order. But in the starting 1, 2 or 3 months, I was 100% dependable on my first, second and third business. So what happened, my earlier businesses went wrong, and that was so much unsuccessful. So that didn't help me to grow, to survive, or to depend on this. So this is the practical knowledge I faced. So, and after that I realized, if I see anyone is discussing regarding the business, like if the factory owners is telling, okay, give us business, we will do this, or if I share with my family members that okay, I have 5 or 6 business in hands, order in hand, so I can do this thing after closing those business, or if I evaluate myself also, I am in this shape, I have 5 or 6 business, so I am in a good shape. Maybe after 2 months I can start an R&D, I can hire an employee, or I can add one good vehicle in my company. So if I commit also with me personally, the main concern is that I shouldn't, and you also shouldn't, don't depend upon the number of business, don't mention the business, and don't share with your family members regarding the business. It will be successful business. Tell your mill that after doing successful business, then you will give me, and Trust me, out of 10 business, 2 or 3 business will be unsuccessful, and 7 or 8 business will be successful. It's naturally happen because sometimes there will be miscommunication from customer part. Sometimes there will be some order cancellation or quantity reduction from buyer end, and sometimes maybe your production mill might do some quality problem, or maybe they do outsource, or maybe they are very good in ethics, but unfortunately in one order they are got production problem. So you cannot tell what will happen actually. This is not in your control. So on average, if your sourcing and meals are good and your customers are real and cooperative, then you can say out of 10 business you can do 8 business successfully, and 1 or 2 business there might be any unfortunate thing which is not in your control. So always calculate based on the successful business thing. Always share with your friends and family member with the successful business thing, and always negotiate with your suppliers or customers also based on the successful business thing, and always plan your company growth, or when you will step forward with your company growth, like taking a good office, changing the interior, adding a transportation vehicle, or hiring 1 or 2 employee. You should have to consider real successful business thing, not only the business thing. So I believe the main thing will help you a lot to do realistic thinking and realistic negotiation. Also, the experience I shared, this is very raw experience and few months back from my personal life, and definitely by facing this thing I learned a lot, and in the future also I will never depend any imaginary thing or the number of business I receive. I will always calculate the number of business successfully I did, and definitely after doing this, if I have to calculate or share anything before closing this business, then definitely I will reduce the number. Like if I have 15 business in hand, I will calculate based on 12 business, or if I have 10 business in hand, I will calculate based on the 8 or 7 business, because out of 10 business only 7 or 8 business will be successful. Thank you.